Hello everyone, today I will be installing the trailer hitch on Ford Fusion 2014. The same installation will be, I think, from 2012 up to 2019. So basically what I've got here is the Kurt trailer hitch, custom made for this vehicle. All the hardware, the instructions, so installation should not be too hard. Also I got wiring harness with all the connectors where you just go into each tail light, plug it in, and then also we'll need to connect this box to the straight to the battery. Everything looks fine. Everything. Also I got 7-pin socket. Since I do not like those 4 pins, they fail too often, they are not easy to use, so I'll be installing this one and probably this too. So one issue with this hitch, it doesn't have the bracket for those plugs, the 7-pin and 4-pin, so I will make that one. Also you can buy them, don't get me wrong, but we don't like do things easy way. So the hitch, the wiring harness, part number 56351, and this socket was around $300 from Amazon. So over here I'm just going to make a bracket for my 7-pin. It will go like this, and the 4-pin will just go in that window over there. Those are just pieces of fridge shelf, so I will have to weld them together since I don't see any plate that size laying around. But if you have a plate, the easiest way will be just to drill with the hole saw a hole for the socket to go through, and then just get it bolted. So let me get this bracket done, then I will weld it to the hitch and we will get it installed. So the bracket is done, it's welded to the hitch. I will get it painted after I install the hitch, so I don't need to play with paint and get messy. So let's get it under the vehicle. So just to start with, we need to remove this apron. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. Some of them are plastic. 5 bolts, and then those I think 7 or 6 mil screws and few clips, plastic clips. So we remove all of those, take this plastic piece out, and we won't be putting it back. So the plastic piece is gone, and now we have access to, this is driver's side, this bigger hole where we need to go put the bolt through, and the smaller one. So this is the bolt to fit in. So we need to fish it through, and that's what they give in a kit. So basically you want to get this fishing piece threaded on your bolt. Now, so we need our bolt to come out of this hole. So the closest probably will be this one to put it through. Might need to bend this a bit. So that's how it looks. So the bolt is going in together with this flat washer, and the purpose of this flat washer so the bolt doesn't spin inside the frame. So you'll need to push the washer first and then followed by the bolt. Be gentle because you don't want to lose it inside, so when it comes out, just in place like that. So now we do the second one. Same story, using our fishing device, let's call it like that. Again, first we put the washer through, then we screw on the bolt, and this one is a little bit easier because this access hole is just right over there. So again, washer first, followed by the bolt. Good. So now you want to leave it like that. So you need those wires sticking out so you don't lose your bolts when you put the hitch on. Let's do the same on the other side. So I'm getting my bolts ready. Like in case if you're installing used hitch and you don't have those washers and fancy bolts, you can use grade 8 bolts. And what I did before, I just cut the plate like that and just weld it to the head of the bolt so it doesn't spin inside. That works too, but just make sure that you're using grade 8 or grade 10 bolts. So let's fish those two through. So this is passenger side, as you can see, because exhaust is on this side. In some models the exhaust will be on both sides actually, so same story, same holes. Just push it through. Be gentle, don't pull too hard. Have your safety glasses on, safety goggles. There will be a lot of dust coming out. So one is done. Now we will put the other one in. So it's a good idea to save those Fisher wires. You can also make ones, but I think I already have a few saved from previous works. So now when our bolts are all in, now the most difficult, probably the dangerous part, just to get the hitch attached. If you can use somebody to help you, please use that help, because I had bad experience while doing it by myself. I had pinched my finger, almost crushed it. So If you do not have anybody to help, support it as good as you can with blocks, with the jack stands, with the jack, so it's not moving while you're trying to get it bolted on. So let me get the hitch and we will get the nuts and the bolts. So one way you can put it on a floor jack, I just need to use a riser with the ball, so it holds its weight more equally so it doesn't fall down. But right now it's quite stable, so you can put it under the vehicle like that and jack it up to the point where it meets the bolts, and then get the nuts on to get it secured. So you can see that it works really nice having it on a jack. So at this point you want to get those wire pushed through actual holes where the bolt's supposed to go, because when you get too close there won't be enough room to do that. So do it on the both sides, and then you can lift it all the way up and make sure that your bolts going in. So I will just try to jack it up and it slowly moves up. So again, just be careful with this so you don't pinch your finger. And on that note, I will put the camera down and will continue using my two hands. Do a little more up. So I will quickly go on the other side to get the bolts lined up. So ideally you would like to push it against the frame all the way, but my floor jack is too short for that. So I will be bolting it like that. So here, now it's important to not to lose your bolt when you remove your fishing tool. So have it against the frame. So if you want to save those fishing wire, just unscrew them so you don't damage them, but if you don't need them you can probably just pull them and you will get a piece of straight wire. Okay, this one is done. Now I can remove the wire from this one. So on some vehicles you need to fish through 2 bolts, on some just 1, but in general the idea is the same everywhere. So that's it for this side. I will do the other side and then we'll get them torqued to 110 foot-pounds, and that will pretty much complete our installation of the hitch. So let me get the other side. So now we'll get the bolts torqued. I got already one done. It's 3/4 inch socket and 110 foot-pounds. It's a really good idea to use a torque wrench, but if you don't have one, just go hard. It's grade 8 bolts, probably won't be able to strip them anyway. Another thing that might be useful after the first few rides with the trailer, just to retorque them to make sure that they still within specs. So let me do the other side and I will show you how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. Actually sits quite nicely. Just right away under the bumper, there is not much room. So now all we need to do to get our bracket primed and then spray it with the black paint, and tomorrow we will do the wiring. Thanks for watching, guys, and do it yourself.